So, we just watched Francis Ngannou go out and put a beating on the greatest heavyweight of all time, Stipe Miocic. Scary performance. In the moment while I'm watching that, I was saying that I thought that was the craziest KO ever. Now, of course, you could argue that his KO against Overeem looked more powerful, and you could argue like Joaquin Buckley's KO and whatnot, but just the stakes, the heavyweight title against Stipe, you know, I think the only other knockout really to compare would maybe be McGregor versus Aldo, you know, maybe McGregor versus Aldo. Other than that, I don't think there's any knockout with such high stakes that was so tremendous like that. In recent history, of course, potentially there was over 10 years ago, but I'm just talking recent history. Uh, Man, that was unbelievable. But anyway, to get to the fight, Francis clearly made the improvements necessary. Stipe went out there, and Stipe had a fairly inactive first round on his end. I think he got hurt with the first right hand that Francis landed about a minute in, and I think already he spent most of the first round trying to just recover from that, trying to just let that round end. Get past the first round with Francis. You know what I mean? And that's the goal. You don't have to win the first round, just get past it. And he did that, but he took a hell of a lot of damage. When he was down in, like I think it was like a turtle position, man, taking those shots, I really thought the fight could have been close to stopped there. But man, Stipe is resilient, that's a tough guy to KO. That just goes to also show how tough Daniel Cormier is, and should maybe even Stefan Struve. But anyway, I'm just kidding. But Francis, I mean, did some damage, and I think Stipe was just kind of recovering from that. And but like I said, he is resilient, man. Like Francis was saying in his post-fight press conference, if that was any normal heavyweight, he would have been knocked out much earlier in the fight. That first right hand Francis landed would have knocked out 90% of people. But Stipe was there, and he was there to fight. He was not going to go down easy, and he didn't. He didn't. Unbelievable. And then he took that head kick right to the head. It didn't land shin on head, but it landed foot to chin. You saw his head snap to the side, still there, and it was really impressive to see how resilient Stipe was, even though he didn't really get to put forward a lot of his own offense. He did really get to show his own resiliency there. And in the second round, when the finish did happen, and within the first minute of the second round, you actually did see a good shot from Stipe. Francis lands a big right or left hand, big shot. First punch before the finishing one. And like Francis said, that punch there too would have knocked out 90% of people. But Stipe was there, and not only was he still there, but he gave Francis a big counter right hand. And Francis actually stopped in his tracks for a minute, and it looked like he felt it. Obviously he wasn't obviously too dazzled, because the next shot he threw flatlined Stipe. Like, man, brutal KO. But that counter right hand that Stipe landed was not a playful right hand. That thing had some intention behind it, and it did stop Francis in his tracks. So, just to see Francis win in that fashion, but win in that fashion against the greatest heavyweight ever. He didn't do that against the number 6, number 10 heavyweight in the world. He did that against the world champ. Stipe is not just any old heavyweight. And not only that, but he also stuffed the single leg takedown. And some wrestlers have been saying that Stipe's technique on the single leg wasn't perfectly executed, which, yeah, he did, but, it's hard to criticize him in the moment, like, I'm not going to criticize Stipe on his single leg takedown technique, but I'm just saying that's what a lot of wrestlers have been saying, I've heard. And, you know, I think Stipe's a little bit lighter this time compared to the last time they fought. I think that definitely made it harder for him to get that takedown. Like, it looked like there was obviously a big strength advantage in favor of Ngannou, who's 30 pounds heavier. But, I think Ngannou's takedown defense looked very improved. The way he stuffed the head, got away. I think he's a scary matchup for pretty much anybody, and, you got to feel bad for Stipe. He didn't even, like I said, he didn't look bad in there. He just never got the chance to really get going. But that counter right hand he landed right before he got finished was pretty solid, you got to say. But, that's the greatest heavyweight of all time that Francis Ngannou just went out there and destroyed, and that's no disrespect to Stipe. That is nothing but respect for Francis Ngannou to go out there and handle who we all think is the best heavyweight in the world. He just went out there and handled him, flatlined him like he does everybody else, This 5-fight run Ngannou has been on, after he lost to Stipe, lost to Derek Lewis, he goes on to knock out Curtis Blades, knock out Cain Velasquez, knock out Junior Dos Santos, knock out Rosenstrike, and then knock out Stipe. I mean, damn, that is a hell of a run, a hell of a run. And to imagine, if he adds John Jones to that list, man, we're talking definitely one of the greatest resumes ever. And Ngannou is going to be a great champion, and I can't wait to see his first title defense. But man, just seeing that title fight of his, like I said, that's Stipe. He did that too, man. Just to think that, unbelievable performance. But let me know what you guys think. I think it was a tremendous fight, tremendous performance from Francis Ngannou. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thank you very much for watching.